Hi, my name is Wendy, and I want to speak a little bit about. I've been asked the question by several people, where do I begin if I want to start eating and living healthier? Where do I begin? And that is can be very confusing with the media coming at you with these different supposed researches here, there, and everywhere, and then the Dairy Council and the meat boards and the egg council, they're all spending millions of dollars a year convincing you that these are foods you need. So, and you're wondering, where am I going to get my protein? Where am I going to? Well, first of all, you don't need to worry about your protein. There is zero protein deficiency in the United States. You need to worry about your fiber, where you're getting fiber. And that's why so many in the population have constipation issues. So where to begin? I remember when I first went into a health food store 8 years ago, it was like a new world to me. And it was only when my daughter Bree was born that I actually am very grateful in this sense that I was in a position of life or death, and if I was going to extend my daughter's life and give her a happy, healthy, long life, I had to hit the ground running. And I just started reading and reading and reading, and then there was no YouTube to go to listen to all the people. I had to read and research. And this is not an instant fix. I mean, it took 2 years of changing my daughter's diet for her grand mal seizures to stop, for her body to heal itself and get healthy enough that it didn't have to have the reaction of a seizure to sort of blow off steam or off toxins. So if you're lucky enough to be in the position where you don't have a major health crisis, if you have a major health crisis, I would suggest you start to study and read and learn as much as possible as fast as you can. Otherwise, you can decide on maybe starting your day with 2 glasses of water, good 16-ounce glasses of water to get your body ready for the day. Or you could decide to look at my celery juice video, and after you've had 2 glasses of water, to make yourself celery juice every day, and that will start healing your digestive tract. You could just decide to do that and stick with that for 21 days, which is usually when a new habit is finally formed, and just leave the rest of the day. Just start that way. Another way to start would be to start reading labels, and to start making sure that you're not having anything with high fructose corn syrup in it, or dairy products in it, or huge amounts of sugar. A simple one would be to buy a healthier peanut butter, for instance. Not a commercial one that has sugar and additives in it, but just a peanut butter from the health food store that has only peanuts in it, or maybe a bit of sea salt. That's it. Or an almond butter or a cashew butter, and start that way. Maybe improve the quality of what you're eating is another way to start. Like buy Annie's mustard instead of the commercial mustards that have unnecessary extras in them. Buy Vegenaise as your mayonnaise, because it doesn't have eggs in it. And start that way. So look at what you already have and find a better quality. A great example, most people like noodles. So a great example would be what I have here are these noodles. They're my favorite. And these noodles are made only from brown rice, organic brown rice usually, but brown rice. They're made in a factory that only makes products with brown rice, so there's no wheat dust flying around, so they're gluten-free. I love these noodles. They cook beautifully. They have all the different, these are penne, and these are the spaghetti noodles. And I'm just going to hold this up so you can see it. and this one. These are the penne ones. And so you start with one of your favorite noodle recipes. And if it calls for dairy, you use the plant-based, almond milks or rice milks or coconut milks instead. If it calls for cheese, you use the non-dairy cheeses, like I did a whole video on your alternatives for dairy products. So you can just replace better quality choices. The same thing is any favorite recipe you might have had. You can find better replacements if it calls for dairy, if it calls for cheese, if it calls for butter. All the things on the video I did for milk, no thank you. So that's a way to start. Or you can just decide, start with one meal, like breakfast. And when you listen to a lot of the head plant-based doctors, and you ask them, they've been asked, what do they have for breakfast? A lot of them, they either have a green smoothie, and I have a video on that, but I highly recommend adding wild blueberries from Maine or Nova Scotia into your green smoothie, because it's just a powerhouse of nutrients in wild blueberries. They all say oatmeal, and that's how I was raised. I was one of 6. I was the last of 6 kids, and every morning, that was it. What we had is, we didn't have boxed cereals with sugar or anything. We had porridge, which is oatmeal. Today, I make an oatmeal with gluten-free oat flakes from Bob's Red Mill. And I would use, for example, 2/3 of a cup of the oatmeal. Then I would add, I put a little bit extra into my oatmeal. A tablespoon of teff, which is a grain and it's full of protein, and a tablespoon of amaranth, which is another grain, and it's where amaranth is grown. There are no children who are having any nutrient problems or fail to thrive. So I would have the 2/3 cup of the oatmeal, a tablespoon of amaranth, a tablespoon of teff. I would put in some dates, dice up the dates, take the pit out, of course, say 4 or 5 dates, some cinnamon, and some sea salt, and a cup and a half of water. And I cook all that together, and you have a wonderful oatmeal. Very nourishing, it'll get you through the morning. And I would just use the dates are sweetening it, so you really don't need extra sweetener. If you're gonna need it sweeter, add more dates. And I'd use a plant-based milk, like a coconut milk, on that. And that's a great breakfast. So start with a breakfast, start with a better breakfast, and still eat whatever you're eating. So it doesn't have to be overnight. It can be just slowly making a better quality. When you do change to looking at a vegan and plant-based diet, the 2 supplements that I highly recommend are vitamin D3, and this is the one I get, the D3. I get it from Mercola, MERCOLA.com. It's Dr. Mercola. And it's vitamin D3, which is really a hormone and great for your immune system. And then the other one is this B12, which is Vegan Safe 12. I order this from Amazon, actually. So it's Vegan Safe 12, B12. And these 2, most everybody is deficient in. So this is just a good baseline. So, the other thing is, when you're eating your food, it shouldn't be all one color. You want color. Like, start to, if this is a whole new world, start to spend some time in the produce section of the store, and hopefully the organic produce, and look at all those wonderful colors, and try something you've never tried before. And remember that your taste buds have been set up by what your mother ate when you were inside of her, and if she breastfed you, what she ate when she was breastfeeding you. So you can change those with time, and your taste buds will change as you eat a healthier and healthier choices. So look at, and simple, the big salads. I did a video on salads, you know. So if you're doing the oatmeal for breakfast and you're having a huge salad at lunch, that starts making changes. And you just get used to doing that's you're adding things. So this is your new pattern. So you're not really taking anything out, you're adding stuff. So there's going to not be any room for the other things. And if you've never cooked before, it's an art. And no matter what, you know, this is the vehicle we get to drive in for this life. You know, this is it. And, you know, take care of it. I think some people take care of their cars better than they take care of this body that's their vehicle. I wish you well that you want to do this. I couldn't wish anything more for another human being, that they take responsibility for the quality of food they put in their body. Not only that, the quality of what you read, the quality of what you watch on TV, the quality of what you listen to. Because that's your self-love. And you're worth it. We're all worth it. So I hope this gave you some ideas. These are the two basics. Vegan Safe B12, vitamin D3, better quality of foods, you know, anything you have. If you have ketchup in the house, go to the health food store and find a better quality that's only fruit, sweetened with fruit juice. You know, go find a better mustard, go find a better mayonnaise, your noodles. Just go into a health food store, not the ones that just sell vitamins, the ones that sell produce too. And look for alternatives for what you might already have in your house. The other thing, before I leave here, is another thing that's really, really important, is start to look around your home or your apartment and find alternatives like dryer sheets. Dryer sheets are highly toxic. You don't want to be using those. You can just go on the internet and check that one out. Find a healthier clothes detergent, you know, not those commercial ones that are carcinogenic. Find one that's scent-free. Find a detergent to wash your dishes that are scent-free and healthier. Look under your sink and see what needs to go. Look just what body care products are you using. Go to a co-op or health food store and find better, healthier. Like your deodorant shouldn't have aluminum in it. So find a deodorant that doesn't have aluminum. Find a toothpaste that doesn't have fluoride in it, because all of these things are toxic. Aluminum is a heavy metal, and slowly it's looking like dementia and Alzheimer's have a lot to do with heavy metal toxicity. So, you know, don't cook on aluminum pans. You know, get a set of stainless steel. But slowly, it doesn't have to be overnight. Just, you know, get one area in order and then slowly move on to the next one. So I know it's confusing, but it can be done. Start looking at fruits and vegetables. You can't go wrong with fruits and vegetables. And the salad idea, I mean, I have done 8 to 10 different vegetables in a salad. What an easy, you can make a big bunch for like 3 days. What an easy way to make a change and just make a commitment to it. So just remember, if it's too overwhelming, start small. And it can be done. I hope this has given you some ideas and helps you out. And there's nothing better you can do for yourself than feed yourself really well, exercise, and meditation's good too. So thank you so much. Take care.